Robert Mackay joins me now. He's a director of RJK Explorations. Robert, welcome.
Thank you.
Robert, in a nutshell, RJK Explorations has changed from a focus on gold to a focus on diamonds. Can you describe the process by which that happened, please?
Yes, Glenn Kasner, who I've known for 35 years, saw a little website in Kirkland Lake that referred to a diamond property south of Cobalt, Ontario. So he started reading about it, and he remembered the prospector that his kids had played soccer with the prospector's kids growing up. So he contacted them, and that was in August of 18.
1918?
No, sorry, 2018.
Oh, okay.
And worked with him till February, and convinced him to join with RJK and option the property.
Okay.
And that's when I got involved, because I read about the acquisition of the Bishop claims and the search for the Nipissing Diamond, and I immediately remembered my geology professor at the Haileybury School of Mines, Dan Atchison, saying that he always hoped that somebody from the mining school would find the source of the 800-carat diamond. So I phoned my brother, who was also a graduate of the mining school, and he remembered that. And then I talked to Glenn Kasner, and he remembers Atchison saying that. So then I sent 4 geologists at the Prospectors Convention last year to see Glenn, and to see what they thought of this. Two of them had worked in diamond exploration. One was an analyst, and the other one was a director of my last company, and they all came back with glowing reports. Wonderful people, honest, very good research. And so that's when I realized why Glenn did the deal, because the leverage to discovery was enormous. If you find the source of an 800-carat diamond in a mining camp, that will create tremendous excitement, and people that own the company will make a lot of money.
Okay, so the 800-carat Nipissing Diamond was found at what year?
Okay, it was found between 1903 and 1905.
And what happened to it?
It was found by somebody in that region, and it ended up with a very famous prospector and a settler, Father Paradis. And he made a drawing of it. He was a very accomplished artist, and there's a drawing of an 800-carat diamond, pen and ink, beside a Buffalo 5-cent piece, US 5-cent piece. And so in our research, we found that he was related to the MP at the time for the Nipissing district that went all the way up to Hudson's Bay, and that fellow's name was Alphonse Aubin.
Okay.
And he acquired the diamond, brought it to the legislature here in Toronto, showed it around, brought it to Montreal, got it authenticated, and then personally brought it to Tiffany's in New York to get it cut. And so Tiffany sent a crew up in 1906 to look for the source of the 800-carat yellow diamond. And then the trail gets cold. Cobalt was booming for silver. Nobody really knew how to explore for diamonds. And so it went till 1995 when the diamond rush was going on in full blast in Canada. Dr. Keith Barron did some research, and he did all the original research and found the newspaper articles, the mining journal articles, the jewelers articles, and he went up there and started looking for the source of the diamond also. And then, of course, the BRIEX happened and money dried up, and so it went cold again until 2014 when the prospector decided, Tony Bishop decided to look for the source of the 800-carat diamond, because he had met Dr. Keith Barron in 1995 because Keith had come to see Tony about small-scale placer mining. So in 2014, Tony started to do all of the exploration work, self-taught, learning how to process indicator minerals, which are the size of a grain of pepper. And so he built his own lab, learned how to process them, and discovered that, in fact, where he was looking, had all of the indications of that there's kimberlites there.
Kimberlites being
the host rock for diamonds. Mm-hmm. And so geologically, it's the perfect place for diamonds. De Beers was looking since 1962 in the area. They were there for over 20 years, from 62 till 1985, looking for the same thing we're looking for. They're back again, and they're there very aggressively now.
Okay. Looking in the same property that you're looking?
No, looking in the same area.
I see.
So when we acquired the ground from Tony, we realized that these diamonds could be, if they're on the next person's property, we could be close, but it's not going to do our shareholders any good.
Right.
So we went quiet and we acquired all of the ground in Cobalt. We brought in top geophysicists, geochemists, taking a look at everything that we'd found, the geophysics, the geology, and we realized that we had to acquire all of the ground. So fortunately, all of that ground had been acquired during the Cobalt boom, and when the Cobalt boom collapsed, so did the excitement about working in Cobalt, looking for Cobalt. Mm-hmm. So we were able to do very good deals for our shareholders with very little money to acquire the rights for the whole camp.
You've located kimberlite pipes?
Yes.
Not dikes, pipes.
Pipes.
Okay, and so the next step is to drill some holes?
Yes. We drilled the dike. It was about 3 meters wide on surface, and we drilled about 15 meters of true width at depth. We put one hole into it just to test the magnetic susceptibility, because that helps us identify other targets in the area with the magnetism. So there was another target about 400 meters south of that, about 200 meters, perfectly round target, mag low, magnetic low, and so we put a vertical hole into it and an angled hole into it and hit kimberlite. Mm-hmm. And so it's the first true new discovery of kimberlite ever in the Cobalt camp. It's there have been Lamprophire diamonds and Lamprophirs, but for actual kimberlite, it's the first time it's ever been drilled. So it starts to prove up our theory that indeed the geology is right. The environment was always been right for emplacement of kimberlites, because they come up through the same fault systems and cracks in the Earth's crust that the 600 million ounces of silver came up.
Just for comparison's sake, the Diavik mine mm-hmm. in the Northwest Territories, which has produced how many hundreds of millions worth of diamonds, mm-hmm. That's all from one pipe, correct?
No. All of these big mines come in clusters.
Right.
The Diavik, one pipe is actually one open pit is actually two pipes, and they're currently looking at opening up another one.
Okay. So what's next for this project?
So next is to continue drilling on the Con properties. We're almost licensed over on the Bishop claims, so we've got 2 parallel targets that we're going to be working on this winter. So we'll be working right through till May. I think we'll be drilling between 15 and 20 targets this winter. And once we get enough data and enough core to give a good representative sample of the cluster, mm-hmm. we'll be sending that away for caustic fusion analysis.
Okay, well, that's great. So there's lots coming. We'll leave it there for now and come back to you soon. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.